Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Red Duke flies above Sylvania as he goes up against the forces of the Druki. I am leading the forces of Musilon, and the man, the myth, the legend, Hod Toward, is controlling the Dark Elves. So, for the forces under the command of the Red Duke, we have the Air Force coming in hot and heavy. So we have a Terrorgeist. We have, of course, the Red Duke up on his zombie dragon with Elsif and Raise Dead and Invocation of Nehek. We also have a unit of Argeist and 2 units of Felbats. We have a line of zombies in the front row. We also have some skeleton warriors, and then we have 3 Graveguard, one of them being the Stearnsman ROR. And we have flanked by them 2 White Kings, both with Scabsgraith. So very much is going to be contesting the air with this build in case that the Dark Elves would have been bringing their Black Dragons and some Harpies in the mix as well, and perhaps have Marathi on her flying mount, but they are going for the debuff blob. So we shall take a quick look at what they have brought. So yes, of course, we have Marathi with all of her debuff skills. So we take a quick look at her kit. So yes, Marathi has Greater Arcane Conduit, Enchanting Beauty, which gives -9 melee attack and -8 charge defense. We have Heart Render and the Dark Sword, which when she is in melee, she gets another -9 and melee defense and melee attack to the surrounding enemies. And we have Doom and Darkness and Pit of Shades. Doom and Darkness maybe not quite as effective in this particular matchup, but we also have the Hag on her shrine, so that we'll be getting some additional debuffs from that. So we have the Chillblade, which gives a additional -5 melee attack and -12 speed, as we have the Fury Cane and the Blood Shield of Cain as well on her. So we also have the Hydra, we have the Canine Assassin with the Assassin's Trophy, and we then have, for the rest of the units, we just have a kind of just a ring of Dread Spears. We also have the Helbrone, the ROR unit, and the Harganeth Executioners. And for the mobility, we have the Koldo Knights and the Knights of the Ebon Claw, the ROR Dread Knight unit. So, yes, definitely the High Elves are going for that kind of debuff blob, which would actually be very good against the infantry of my vampire counts, but the Air Force will hopefully be able to kind of pick and choose their engagements and be able to do a nice bit of damage there. The White Kings with Scabsgraith will do very good work against the Dread Spears. But now, yes, the Death Hag is engaging the front line with one of the White Kings and the Stearnsman. A couple charges through the lines from both Coldwood Knights as they go hitting just the Skeleton Warriors. They also engage with the White King, but now the Air Force comes, and it looks like we're going to be having some breath attacks coming in from the Terrorgeist, but a Pit of Shades going right in the middle of the zombies and the Graveguard, so that's a pretty good value right there. Doing very, very good work to the Graveguard, actually. They're probably going to be crumbling them. So that spell alone is going to be taking out one of the Graveguard. A very good cast. But now the Flyers are going to be coming in. Looks like we have a Summons going down into the middle, kind of to assist the White King and kind of muck up the rest of the units, as the Terrorgeist is engaging the Knights of the Ebon Claw, so that's a very good engagement for them. We do have the Dread Spears, but they're just Dread Spears as the rest of the Air Force piles on, hoping to quickly break that. And Murderous Prowess does proc for the Dark Elves, as that one spell alone took out quite a number of units. But the frontline engagement is going pretty poorly, kind of in the middle flank for the Vampire Counts, but they have focused their attention on the right flank, really kind of trying to goon out these Harganeth Executioners and the Knights of the Ebon Claw, who are still stuck in combat right now. So that's going to be very good work there, as the Felblats are trying to break the Helbrone with the assistance of the Spears. But it looks like another Bit of Shades going right into the middle of that blob. That's going to be another nice cast, taking out a very good amount of troops. right there. So we'll take a quick look to see how Marathi is doing on a kill count right now. So she has already 200 kills, pretty much just from those 2 spells alone. Very, very good. But now the Hydra getting a breath attack from above, doing a little bit of damage, but now the Red Duke is dropping down on top of it to assist the White King, and those two should be able to do fairly well. I mean, the Hydra will definitely do very good work against the White King, but with the Red Duke there, it's going to be quite a different matchup indeed. So the Invocation going down on the White King, get him healed up a bit, as we kind of look a little bit more to the left flank, as the White King is engaged with Marathi and the Death Hag pretty much all alone right here, so that's not going to be very good for him. He's going to be going down a breath attack going into the middle of the Dread Spears, but doesn't look like really making any good contact as the Terrorgeist once again swoops in from the rear. As those Knights of the Ebon Claw really should have pulled out long ago, but the Velbats chasing off probably those. Yep, those are the Hellbrownies. So that's one of the RORs off the field, but the entire left flank has pretty much been disintegrated for the Vampire Counts. The White King crumbling away, but the right flank has been the focus for them, as they've been dealing well with the Knights of the Ebon Claw, and Harget Executioners are now below half health as the Red Duke jumps in to engage them. So with the assistance of the Terrorgeist and the Red Duke, are still both at max health right now, so they'll have quite a bit of work to do though dealing with the Hydra. Though Marathi is fairly low on health, and then we also have the Death Hag on her shrine. But the Knight Assassin is just kind of taking some shots. He's also at full health, but if he was to engage the Red Duke or the Terrorgeist, he probably wouldn't be doing as well. Trying to get the Vargeist seem to be trying to get a little bit of healing done, so they're just going to be kind of sitting off to the side for now. Velbats chasing off the Knights of the Ebon Claw. So yeah, this pocket for the Vampire Counts is pretty much just these core units here. We just have a couple Velbats flying this guy, but I mean, this is a very formidable grouping of units right here. Bounce power is still pretty much dead even. Ignore those direwolves in the back. But yeah, Red Duke taking quite a bit of damage from that fire breath from the War Hydra. Now he's going to need to be healing up because he also has Assassin's Trophy popped on him. So now he's just going to want to kind of wait that out. I think that was a little early cast from the Dark Elves there. Is another nice breath attack from the Terrorgeist, doing some very good damage to that group of troops. But yes, the Assassin Trophy a little early. There wasn't enough close by to really follow up on that. And now another breath attack coming in directly from above. So doing some very good damage. There's now that Red Dukes, the Assassin Trophy should be done. A Scab Strength going right through these Dread Spears. Any amount of troops that they're able to rout off should be able to be chased off by the Flyers that are kind of surrounding the area. So yes, the Vargeist are still trying to get up and going. But yes, the Cold War Knights here in the middle of the Red Duke and the Terrorgeist is not where they want to be, but there's not really a whole lot of better choices in the market right now. But the Dark Elves are committing to this engagement, as Marathi and the Death Hag are also joining in the fun, as the War Hydra also coming into the rear. But the Dread Knights the Cold War Knights are rampaging, and the rest of the units, though, are not faring very well, as Marathi is wavering right now. And there should still be quite a bit of mobility left for the Vampire Counts, which they are. So we have the Vargeist over here, as well as the Felbats. So having one of them peel off, chase her off the field, would be a very good play by the Vampire Counts. And a Summons coming to, again, muck up the Shrine and the Knight Assassin to provide a little bit of assistance for the Red Duke. He's taking quite a bit of beating, still has a bit of healing left, but for the most part, if he's able to kind of pull out, looks like an Invocation of Heck is going down, so he'll be getting a nice little heal from that, as the Felbats do close in on Marathi, so nothing is going to be really able to contest them, so they're just going to have free reign to chase off Marathi, and she will not be coming back to this engagement. So now the Terrorgeist and Red Duke both pull out, kind of just flying overhead as the Red Duke then drops back into the rear of the War Hydra, getting some attacks into the rear. Duke's doing some pretty good damage as well. And now the Terrorgeist as well looks like he's getting a breath attack, and it does not look like it went off, but that is the intention at this time. And there it goes again for another try, and doing a nice little chunk of damage. But the Red Duke is quickly approaching his healing cap. But the War Hydra is starting to waver itself, and if that War Hydra goes, that's really the big punching force for the Dark Elves left. Also, the Death Hag is also wavering, and that is the core of the Dark Elves. Death Hag now routing, Felbat's waiting just to clean her right off the map. And the War Hydra is probably going to be very soon to follow, mixed in with the White King, Red Duke, and a full health Terrorgeist. The Terrorgeist alone might be enough at this point to kind of deal with what's left of the Dark Elf forces. And now the Canine Assassin, probably a little late to the party, trying to come in and salvage what is left, but he will be routing to army losses, and that will be our match. So I was having a bit of fun playing as Musti alone, playing as just the Red Duke. Lord that is very good in his own right, but is kind of overshadowed, I mean, not just kind of, a lot of it overshadowed by the Bloodline Lords and other lords such as Manfred. So he is often overlooked, though he has very good gooning potential with Elsif. Very good debuff and good for chasing down kind of a little bit more mobile lords. But yeah, the Terrorgeist as well. It's very good work. But yeah, Marathi had those two Pit of Shades pretty much just deleted this unit of Graveguard here, and then deleted another pocket of Skeleton Warriors, zombies, and a unit of Felbats as well. So those are some very good casts. And then the Hargadeth Executioners, I think they were that's a lot of kills there, but again, that's probably just pretty much two zombies and zombie summons. They were kind of left isolated, as well as the Knights of the Ebon-Claw. They also were just kind of stuck in the melee engagement for the longest time without the proper support by the Hydra or any of the hero characters for the Dark Elves. But yes, definitely the intention with this build was that whole debuff blob. I think going with the Cold One Dread Knights and the Knights of the Ebon-Claw may have been... I mean, you could maybe have taken a little hit to your mobility and gone a little bit more elite on the infantry side. A couple blackguards actually do fairly well in this particular matchup because the vampire counts generally rely pretty heavily on their big monsters. So like the Terrorgeist, Vargeist, and like their lords generally are going to be on some monstrous mounts. So they actually pay for themselves fairly well in most matchups against the counts. But yeah, very good match against the man, the myth, the legend. Not the real man himself, but all in good fun anyways. So thank you all for watching today, and I hope you all have a good one.